Hi, it's Kayleigh. Welcome to Magpie Moonchild, my channel. I'm going to do a read for the 15th to 30th of November for Sagittarius. That can be your sun, moon, rising, midheaven, Venus, whatever. If you resonate with it, it's meant for you. If it's in your chart and it resonates, it's meant for you. It can be role reversed. I keep forgetting to mention that on all my things. If you are a cross watcher looking for some info on your Sagittarius, absolutely, you are welcome. This message may be for you, but remember that the roles can be reversed. So if you're reading something as Sagittarius, if you are a Sagittarius and it doesn't resonate necessarily with you, it could be the person that you're dealing with if it's romance related. Equally, if you are watching for your Sagittarius and it doesn't quite resonate, you feel like it's more about you than them, equally. Although it is dated, this reading, Spirit doesn't necessarily relate to time. The greater, higher good doesn't necessarily relate to time. So if you found it on a different date, it probably is meant for you. If you have this reading and you watch it and it doesn't resonate with you, please, because it's a general reading, it's not for a specific person, please don't be disheartened. There are, check your other signs to see if they resonate. Check your astrological chart and see what signs are within you. For example, I have a Cancer Sun, a Libra Moon, a Taurus Venus, and my rising is actually Scorpio. So I could resonate with any of those signs, plus whatever else is in my chart. This reading is general. It gives you a reflection of things that are occurring within your life, situations that could be upcoming, to give you a I want to say premonition, but that's not a heads up, basically, that this situation could be coming, and also that give you some advice for that situation that comes up. My readings tend to generally be love related, relationship related. That could be family love, romantic love, whatever comes up. Sometimes it's got a bit of career in there, but generally it's very much of the heart. As with any reading, if you do not use it as a sole basis to make a major life decision, if required and this is sensible, please seek the professional, legal, medical, financial, business advice that you would always have and take if this reading had nothing to do with it. Obviously consider the reading as part of it, but do not make that the sole decision maker of said decision, the sole basis of said decision. Yes, if you choose to follow the advice, then so be it. If you don't, this just gives you the likely outcome if you do follow that advice. For reference, the deck that I'm using is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm by Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore, should you feel like you want the deck yourself. So I'm just going to, I've shuffled the cards already. If I look a bit bleary-eyed, I've just done my something for the weekend reading. Today's the 8th, so I've just done it for the 9th to the 11th, and I got a bit emotional with Libra's read. So if I look a bit bleary-eyed, that's I actually started crying on a read on YouTube. It's okay, I've had a moment, and I'm all in for this, but I'm just telling you why I look a bit emotional. I'm quite intrigued to see what the end of your November read is, Sagittarius, because although we have a Scorpio new moon, which is all about delving into your deeper spiritual feelings, Scorpio is quite an intense sign, and they can be quite emotional, for good and bad. They feel deep emotions, they feel deeply, they don't always show it, they can lash out quite harshly. So this could be quite an interesting season, especially with Venus still in retrograde. Venus is still in retrograde, so you're probably feeling a bit reflective about all your past decisions in romance. Also, we have Mercury in retrograde, so even if you are thinking about it, you're probably not going to communicate very well, or not want to communicate if there is a situation coming up. So I'm just going to shuffle this one more time. That's beautiful. The world is beautiful. There's a card. I'll show you that because that's quite very Earth Mother. So I'm just going to do it one more time and then we'll get on with the read. And we'll see what Spirit wants us to know. Okay. Can I have the cards, please? Or a reading for Sagittarius for the 15th of November 2018 through to the 30th of November 2018. Please, for their higher good and messages you want them to know. Please. Okay. That's very bizarre because that card, I've just shuffled that. That card has come out again, the World. So you are looking at the completion of a cycle. In a good way. I mean, she looks free, content, full. The World, I'm not getting it with this one necessarily. It's drawing on all that you've learnt to feel fulfilled, free, comfortable in your own skin. You are at a comfortable end of your cycle. Or that's what you're aiming for. I mean, the world is also to do with travel, but I'm not getting it from this deck. This deck's slightly different, and it's a more emotive deck for me. At the moment that you are trying, this is where you want to be. You've reached the end of the cycle with the sense that you're starting to assess how you feel. You're good, you've done travelling, you've gained all that wisdom, you've had freedom, you've had freedom to grow. She's so beautiful, I just can't take my eyes off of her. She's beautiful. I mean, she's not unflawed. I mean, there are scars on her leg. You've gained your scars, but it's made you worldly, wise. So you've got to the end, a stage, perhaps it feels like you've got to a stage in your life where you are ready to move forward, and you've got this Seven of Wands come up next to this World. So maybe, yes, you've got to this stage and you're now struggling with which way to go, what way to take off. And obviously the Seven of Wands is all about it is struggling, fighting demons, fighting thoughts. Why is this unfair? It's unfair almost, like looking to the heavens like, oh, why are you doing this to me? Why? So you've reached a situation where you're thinking, right, this is great and I've achieved all this, but why am I still struggling with something? And you want the closure, and you're struggling with it, and you are now looking, you've done that, yep, I've done that, and you're struggling with some situation, some decision, and you're trying to decide which way to go. You are clearly on the outside, on some level, you are absolutely where you're meant to be. You are reached where you're supposed to on your path, and you feel like you should be content. Something, and you're looking, struggling with where to go next. What is the next thing I need? What can I do to take off? Where do I need, which way do I need to go? Do I need to be a bit more frivolous? Do I need to be, and you're struggling with what direction to go in. I'm going to get a few more cards. Oh, they've come out for me. Okay. So I've got, okay, this is the one that popped first, the Five of Swords. And they came out, all three. I needed three and they gave me three. So at some point you've had a battle, a fight, some sort of, I don't know how to explain it. And you've got these four birds swirling, but there's actually a fifth one just off here. So there's something you've missed, something you're lacking. See, that bird's not all quite there. And you've had this battle, and yes, you've won that battle, and you're looking back and you're still like, you're still angry about it. Something hasn't satisfied you with that battle. You're saying that you're all angry, and there's a situation that you are just struggling with. The fight's over, but you haven't stopped fighting. Something about this situation, which way to turn. So you're looking for closure and you're struggling with something and you're trying to make a decision. And this is something that you haven't got closure on. You haven't got closure. Sagittarius, all I've had for your readings for the last month have been, there is something in your past that you are just battling and struggling with. And there is something lacking. You feel like you are missing something. The Ace of Cups is you feel like something is lacking in your life at the moment. So yes, you've travelled, yes, you've done it all, yes, you've reached this point in your life where you should be content and happy, and yet you should be content, you should be happy, you've got to this wonderful place, you've done all this travelling, you've done all this growth, you've got to a wonderful place in your life. So why on earth are you struggling trying to work out that you've got this decision, and you had the Two of Swords, a decision. Which way do I go? What path do I follow? What is it that I instinctively need? There is something that you feel is lacking and you instinctively need. And all I've had in your readings for the last month is that there is somebody or something in your life that you are still struggling, fighting to get over. And you are fighting, you're battling, and nobody knows that you're battling this battle. Nobody knows that you're battling this battle, Sagittarius. Because you're not telling anyone, you're not communicating anything. And you feel like something is lacking. You are missing something. You are searching for something. You are searching, and it's taking all your inner strength not to do it. Not to do whatever it is. And I don't know what it is. This has been coming up. It's a person. There is a person in your life, Sagittarius, that you are still fighting on some level, and you are just missing them. And it is taking all your strength not to just go looking for them. Not to just... On some level, you are still fighting for them. You're keeping it all in. The strength that I'm getting is that you are trying to be classy about it. You are not telling anyone. You are the Eight of Cups. To get to the Ten of Cups, you need your Two of Cups, and your Two of Cups is your soulmate, your other half, your twin flame. You are searching for your twin flame. I'm not saying your other half, you are a whole person. You are clearly a whole person on your own, Sagittarius. You are fine on your own. Something within you, something passionate within you. See, 7 and 2, that's the 9. The 9 of Wands, that is that last push, that last... To get to the 10, you are one away, one Ace of Wands away from that completion of the Wand energy, what you instinctively need, what makes you passionate. And you have been fighting internally for this person. This person still, you've argued at some point, harsh things were said, you might not have handled it the best way. Yes, you won a fight so to speak, and might have walked away from them even. There was a fight going on, a struggle, a battle, whether that's within you or within this relationship with this person. And this isn't the person you're with. This is somebody in your past. And you have been having that battle with them. You walked away from them. And it took a lot of strength, inner strength, to walk away. You might have thought it was for your greater good, their greater good. But now was not the time to have that battle. You still fight for them on some level, and you are missing them. And it feels like they were your soulmate and you do not have them. And that is what's lacking. And for some reason, this Strength card is here. And I don't know if it's because you walked away for the greater good of both of you. It wasn't worth it. She might have I'm getting that you're a he and she, and please do not take that gender specific. It could be you, but I'm getting that you, whoever is the divine masculine in this pairing, the divine feminine part, the counterpart, because in a twin flame you have a divine feminine and a divine masculine, and they come together and you balance each other out. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person who is divine masculine is male or the person that is divine feminine is female, and it doesn't have, you could be two females, two males, male female, female male, whatever, whatever, it doesn't, that's just spiritually, soulfully the way that it works. The divine masculine in this situation walked away. I say he, but just because it's the masculine, I'm not saying the person that is reflected by this is masculine, is a male. They walked away for their strength. It took all their strength to do it, but they had to do it because the divine feminine was not in a good place. They walked away because they were struggling. And it was just too toxic at that stage for you, Sagittarius. Damage. I'm getting that this is somebody that's been hurt and damage has been done to them. They are battling and they haven't noticed the battle's over. So it could be that you walked away because they were... I'm not saying it's damage. You probably tried to help them, but you thought it was for their own good that you walked away. That's what I'm getting. You walked away because the other person, or they walked away from you. If you're the person that was left, Sagittarius, remember, roles are reversed. Whoever walked away, they didn't do it. And I want to cry because this is like, I feel like this is really affecting you. And you haven't told anyone that, or they don't know. They don't know that this is why you did it. I'm sorry, this is... You walked away for their own good because you thought that if you walked away, they would gain strength that they needed. You couldn't fix them. That's what I'm getting. It wasn't a good time. It wasn't your time to be together and you couldn't fix them. You wanted to. I mean, you've probably been there for them more than anybody else. But you had to walk away. You couldn't watch them hurting themselves. And I don't mean that physically. I mean emotionally. Battling and hurting themselves. They were fighting for the wrong thing. They were possibly fighting for the wrong person. They were fighting for the wrong person. You know they should have been with you. They probably knew they should have been with you. But for some reason, they were not in a good headspace. And they were with someone, or are with someone, who is toxic for them. Not necessarily toxic as in the person is toxic, but they are with someone that doesn't necessarily build them up. And they were left in a place where they were broken. I mean, I've been in that place. That's a scary place to be. They didn't know their worth. They didn't know... you are emotionally tied to this person. That's why the Cups has come out. And you just wanted them to stop being this crying, hurting, fighting person. They were fighting. They were fighting with futility for something that wasn't for their good. And you just couldn't watch it anymore, Sagittarius. You couldn't watch them. I don't want to say crazy person. It was making them mentally ill where they are. It wasn't a healthy place for them to be. They weren't with the right person. They were maybe fighting for that person and you knew that it was futile because that's not the person they're supposed to be with. And you just couldn't watch them doing it anymore. And you walked away. It took your strength to walk away. It took a lot of strength to walk away. A lot of dignity to walk away. Perhaps you thought that by walking away they would find their own strength, their own inner light, realise their worth and find their own inner strength. But you walked away and you are still missing your Two of Cups. And you can't even look at them. You haven't spoken to them. And you can't find a way to turn back and look at them and speak to them. You cut them off, Sag. You cut them off for their own good, but it's hurting you and you are still missing it, Sag. And that's really painful. And that hurts you, and I can feel that that hurts you, Sag. But the person that you think is your soulmate, or you believe, no, is your soulmate, just isn't there. You can't have them. But they were fighting for this person, and you can't understand why they were fighting. No, I think you understand why they were fighting. You understood why they were fighting. They knew on some level that they were hurting themselves mentally. Perhaps they were fighting through pride. Or they just, on some level, Sag, they know that they were fighting for the wrong person, the wrong future, the wrong path. But I think they were quite damaged at that point and were just clinging to anything. And I know you walked away for their good and your good, but that has left scars on them. I mean, I think they've got to a place now. I think because this is coming up now and you're reflecting, I'll see what the cards say, but I think they've come to a place where they get why you walked away. They know it took strength. They're not angry about it, but they were like a crazy banshee that just was screaming. At some point, they were screaming for help, but the only person that could help them was themselves. And you just had to walk away. You couldn't help them anymore. You were never going to fix them. You can't fix someone that... They have to realise it for themselves, and you tried to fix them, and they couldn't be fixed. An honourable thing you did, Sag, walking away. Really. I mean, that shows greater love, really, than just staying there and watching it happen to them. You just couldn't watch them destroy themselves anymore. You just couldn't watch them destroy themselves anymore. Sorry. What is with the crying tonight? You just couldn't watch it. They were hurting themselves and you just had to walk. And it broke your heart to do it. It took an amazing amount of strength, Sag, and you should really be proud of that. Okay. Let's see what it brings. What is the advice for you? Okay. This is beautiful. This is all major arcana. This is divine happening. You know what it is you want. I'm guessing this person was your first love or childhood sweetheart. You make wishes for them, for their good. You pray that they're happy, they're growing, content. You just want them to be happy. You want them to reap the rewards of happiness, positive rewards. You wish them no ill. You wish them no ill. Only growth, happiness, possibly fertility, that they have a family. Perhaps having a family was important to them. And you're just wishing that for them. You are wishing them happiness. It's that innocent, naive wishes for them. This isn't a wish for you. This is a wish for them. You hope that they have healed, that they're whole, that they are the goddess. I'm getting goddess energy. I'm not actually shaking. Goddess energy, that you are, you see them as a goddess. If you're a male Sag, I'm getting that this is for a male Sag. They are the embodiment of the, you see them as a goddess. That level of But it's a tangible goddess. It's not like the High Priestess where she's all aloof and untouchable. This is your divine feminine. I mean, the Empress is the divine feminine card. Shaking, sorry. This is really important to you, Sag. This person is the person that you wish to have children with. You want to help them grow or then nurture you. They're what you wish for. They are your ideal. They are what you've set they were the bar that you've set everybody with since. They bring you joy. If you look at this, look, this is innocence. You've loved this person a very long time, Sag. I'm very much getting first love. First love that you thought you would grow up, you would grow with. They've grown up now, you've grown up now, and you see that they've got their stuff together. They are in such a good place. They are happy in their own skin. They are, perhaps they have children. Everything you wished for them in a selfless way. You just wished them that they could have everything they dreamt of as long as they were happy. Sorry, this is quite a selfless wish, and you just wished them happy. That's all you wished for them, that they were happy, that they were safe, that they were content. And I'm crying because that is such a beautiful wish for somebody, that as long as they are happy, they have the sun shining on them. That's all you wanted, was them to step in the sun. You wish that they could just see how beautiful they were. And I don't think it necessarily means physical. I think it means you mean soulfully, that they realise how beautiful they are. You just wish them well. You wish them happiness and light and joy, and to realise exactly how the embodiment of the Empress that you wished for them. You just wished them happy, Sag. And why is that what you're struggling with? Why is that what they're struggling with? Why are they struggling? That they're happy. You just wish that them joy. You wish that they were joy, and they saw how beautiful that you saw them. There we go. Gone dark. Death. The end of the old, the beginning. Oh, there's a card here on its own. Oh my God, you think you're there? Okay. The Hierophant is marriage, well, not marriage, but higher masculine energy. The spiritual masculine energy. So like, if it's churchy, the Pope, the divine connection. So you see yourself as their guardian. You keep an eye on them. You feel like you did it for their own good. You're in charge of making sure they're okay. Like you should have guided them. A spiritual compass, so to speak. Maybe you weren't meant to be there. Maybe you see them as your twin flame. Soulfully, you are paired. See, the Empress, if you were there, supposed to be their partner in life, that would be an Emperor, not a Hierophant. Maybe you feel responsible for their spiritual side, knowing that they are beautiful, knowing that they are the goddess, knowing that they are their belief. Maybe you feel like you were supposed to nurture their belief in themselves. Anyway, there's all this darkness. Maybe an end is coming. Maybe it's the end of you not talking. It's time for it to end. Maybe it's time to leave it. I don't get that it's leaving it behind. I don't know why these are dark are coming out. The Hermit, inner reflection, Six of Wands, passionate. Six of Wands traditionally is a victory card. It's the celebrating valiant effort. You let them go because you leaving them forced them. So you thought for their higher good, for their higher spiritual good, for their soul, for their higher good, which higher purpose, higher good, you left them. You ended that. You let them go on the new path with this other person. I'm getting it's another person. You ended all of it. You just cut it down dead. I'm getting that it is very much a end to whatever you two had. You ended it. They saw it very much as a death of your relationship. They didn't see it as a new beginning. They didn't see it as, they just saw that this person wasn't in their life anymore, and not in a good way. They've gone in. They've done the internal journey. They've done a bit of self-growth. They've processed what it was they needed to learn. This is all about finding the light, the soul path. They've gone in. They've done this journey. And yes, they have learnt the lessons. Yes, they have learnt what they're supposed to. They have found their core. They have found what they're supposed to do. They've done their soul search. They've got there. And yes, they've been victorious. They've got to that point. And all they can see is a victory. Yes, they've got to where what they needed to find. That girl it's not the victory of the Rider-Waite deck. This is not the celebratory victory. This is, yeah, I'm still here. Yes, I'm strong. Yes, I'm fiery. Because it's Wands, Six of Wands, it's passion. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm getting not where I'm supposed to be. So you've had the victory that yes, they did grow strong, and they grew strong without you. But they're strong in a place where they're not supposed to be. It's not the joyous sunshine. They're okay where they are. They're not unhappy. But they're not entirely content. There's passion there that's being held back. They're not quite stepped into their power yet properly. They know they have this power. Maybe they need their Hierophant to help them step into that power. Maybe now is the time to... I'm just going to get another card and see what it says. Maybe now is the time to break that silence that you inflicted. That you walked away. Maybe it's the time for you to step back in. Because they are just... You did it for their own good. And they're strong. And they're passionate. And they are ready to step into their power. And you feel like you're there for their soulful progression, development. I'm going to get another card just to see. Five of Cups, sorrow. You are really struggling. Because it's someone that's forlorn. feel like the waves are crashing over them, overwhelmed, sad. Look at this, right? They're sat there waiting to come into their power. They are waiting to come into that power. They're lacking this glorious guide. You're sat there all forlorn, looking over, thinking, oh, look at them in their power. Yes, she's powerful. Yes, she's victorious. Yes, she's in a place. You're sad. She's restricted. You're sad, forlorn, waiting for your Two of Cups. You've got Two of Cups and you're just not in the Rider-Waite. This is 2 cups still standing and 3 knocked over. Forlorn, crying over something that you think is all gone and it's not. They are there waiting for you. As soon as you step in with your Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is all about family, love, celebration. Sometimes it's the marriage card. Not everybody wants to get married, but it's the happy home, celebratory. If you step in with your 2 cups that you have left, your soulmate, and give them the opportunity to have your Four of Wands energy, your happy home. You are from the happy home. They're the 10 of, they've completed their 1 cycle. You've offered them the 2 cups. Soulmate, happy home. 7 of Pentacles. It's not. Oh, look, she's having a baby. Maybe you're supposed to get together and have a baby. Look at that. Serene joy. Give them the 2 of Cups and the happy home. You have this future that you can grow together. You can reflect together and see where you want this to grow to. Pentacles energy is all about tangible, earthy, grounded. So looking forward, having a child together, having a future together, birthing a future together. You just need to stop being sad and missing them and thinking that it's all over when it's not. They just want you to come along and just build a home with them. Build those 4 wands with them to help them step into their power. And they can help you step into yours, and you can birth a beautiful, sunny future together. 7 of Pentacles is also assessing, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth me planting that seed, pregnating that idea, person, relationship, so the person, fertilizing it? Is it worth it? Is it worth fertilizing that situation, growing that situation? Is it worth it? It is. 9 of Cups. The wish energy. This is the wish card. This is ample fulfillment. Normally you get the smug look, but look, he's just happy. Look, I wanted this water and I've got this water. I got my wish. I've wished so hard for this drink and I'm going to have this drink. It's the wish card. Of course it's worth it. Of course it's worth going after your wish. Of course it's worth seeing that person. Go into it. Chase it. Chase that butterfly. That butterfly, that person. Just try. Just go for it. You've got Ace of Wands. Passionate opportunity. You know instinctively this is what you need. Your gut is telling you to just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it. 4 of Wands. If you just go for it, if you just, sorry, this is like, I'm feeling like it's relief this time. Just go chase that butterfly. Chase that beautiful butterfly that you are missing. You cut them out. You cut them out so that they could grow and evolve into this beautiful butterfly. They know they're the Empress. They know they've stepped into their power. They are just waiting to unleash it. They are waiting with you to celebrate with you, to have this happy home that they just go for it. Just follow your instincts. You know what to do. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just take it. You want them. Just go get it. Just go get them. And you can have this. You can have this happy home. You know, if you want, like, if you know, that's just happy and joy. If you just go with it, if you just chase that butterfly that they've met, look, he's happy. He's happy that that butterfly has evolved. He's got a flower to give it. Offer them your flower of love. They're just happy. Joy, laughter, sunshine. From that beautiful butterfly, you left the caterpillar. They were cold in that stage, in the cocoon. They just had to develop. You cannot have a caterpillar go into a cocoon and you cannot metamorphosize that butterfly on your. It happens to itself internally. The internal processing, the hermit card, the internal processing that they had to do. But they've evolved. They are beautiful. They are ready to fly. They are flying. And yes, you're happy that they're flying. Offer them that flower. There is this beautiful, passionate beginning for the pair of you. You're going to help each other grow creatively. It's going to be full of the naughty, bit of sex, a bit sexy time. You fancy them, they fancy you. It's just a beautiful. It's going to bring out everything creative in both of you. Passion. That fox knows what it needs, and it needs to do the 4 of Wands to that 6 of Wands and just finish up that cycle. Look, you're going to take this. Beautiful. I mean, she's stunning. She's just, it's like she's frozen. I'm all passionate and I know what I need and I know my power's there. I know it's just there. I just can't move. And they need you to come along and just free them. They can't move because they feel the same about you. They know you are the one. You are the one. They sit there and go, you are the one for me. Why aren't you here? And you're there going, oh my God, look how far you've come. Look how wonderful you are. And you're all forlorn and broken because you want to be with them. Just go. The fox knows what it needs. It instinctively knows, and it just goes and hunts and gets what it wants. And this is what you need. You want them, and you want this with them, and you know that that is what you need. And I think you know that's what they need too. It's all good. It's all good, Sag. You did the right thing, walking away. They now know their worth. They know they're the goddess that you've always told them. I think you told them. You told them that they were beautiful. You called them your beautiful person. You told them all the time they were your beautiful, whatever your pet name was for them. They meant more to you than just a girlfriend, boyfriend. You truly saw a future with them. Timing was wrong. People were wrong. They were with the wrong person. You know that because they weren't with you. More for them. You can still have that future with them, Sag. I think you just need to step back into the picture. Yeah. So I've just looked at the cards as I'm splitting them to have a quick shuffle. I do that sometimes, just shuffle them and split. And you've got the Page of Cups. Look at that. Young love. Look how pretty she is. She looks a bit like me when I was little, actually. She's all beautiful. Cups. Is she a water sign, Sag? Maybe she's a water sign. And that's why she got so emotional and wrought. She was fighting a battle that she thought was there, because her emotions all took place. Maybe she's always struggled emotionally. But she sat there and she's looking at that cup, and she's got this cup. She might be with someone else, but she's still holding that cup, and she still looks at it, and she's still that young person that you fell in love with, and they fell in love with you. And I don't think they ever stopped loving you, because that cup they're holding is for you. And she's looking at it longingly. She perhaps had a couple of tattoos since you've known her, since you saw her. I'm getting she's a water sign. She just looks, she's even got like triple moon goddess necklace on. And maybe she's got dark hair. She's just looking into that cup like, I'm just going to keep holding this until you come and get it. I know you're mine. I know I'm yours and you're mine. And yes, she might be with someone else, but you. So that's her. I say her, like I said, roles reversed. Doesn't male, it's just literally because this is a female on the card. They're sat there with this cup, and they're just sat there, not dark, because they're in a better place than they were. They appreciate the dark now instead of fearing it. They sit there quite happy in their emotions. They know how to process them. They're just sat there with their cup, looking at it like, he's mine, I'm his. He'll come when he's good and ready. He will come round. They know you're coming for them. They know you're the one. They know you're coming for them. You are trapped in doubt. Gorgeous blue eyes you have. Trapped in doubt. And you've got this little rook going and spying, having a little nosy, and you're like, it's now the time. You send out your little bird. It's now the time. You don't make the instant contact. You send out your little bird to have a look. You're trapped there like, it's now the time. It's now the time. It's now the time. It's now the time. And you're sat there in this, you're not moving. You're just sending out the bird. What's going on with them now? What's going on with them now? Isn't that, what are you waiting for? Just stop doubting it and just go with it. Those eyes are beautiful. If that's you, Sag, your blue eyes are beautiful. They're the sort of eyes that just stay down. Beautiful. But they're waiting for you. They're sat there, look. The colour of that is the colour of your eyes. They're sat in they get lost in your eyes, Sag. That's what I'm getting. They get lost in your eyes. Your eyes are the most beautiful thing they've seen. And they miss looking in them. They truly miss looking in them. It's time to stop fighting. It's time to stop fighting. It's time to just go for it. Just go for it. Choose your path. That came up earlier. Choose which path you're going to take. Choose how you're going to do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Go get your wish. Just do it. Just do it, Sag. I don't know what else to tell you. You're supposed to be with this person. They are your soulmate. I know we haven't had the traditional cards that come up. And when I say soulmate, twin flame, you don't have to be in a relationship with this person. You don't have to be in a traditional relationship with them. You enhance each other. So if you don't want to leave where you are or upset the cart with them where they are at this moment, friends, they are your deepest friend, and you might not have known them in any other way than you were together. I get that you broke up, and you still stayed together, not as a couple, but as like friends, a soulmate. You had a connection that meant you didn't have to be a couple. I mean, you wanted to be a couple, and you probably should have been a couple. You know when you say, I love you so much and we're not meant to be together, but I still want you to be my friend. I'd rather have you in my life as a friend than not at all. It's the true meaning of that. It's the true meaning of I'd rather have you in my life than not at all. As a friend than not at all. I'd rather have you in my life as a friend than not at all. But I get that you both want them in your life as the all. But I think you'd both settle. Settle's not a good word, is it, when it comes to love? But you would settle for just being friends. You would settle for being friends. That's where you started. This is where you are. You've now gained the wisdom. Got all them butterflies. I mean, I saw them before, but now I really see them. There may be lots of butterflies around you, but you're not even looking at those butterflies because you're the fool. There may be pretty things all around you. They're all round. Look at that, the heart. There's a tattoo on it. It's a swirly lined tattoo on the heart. Maybe this is the embodiment of what you're looking for. Follow the butterflies. Follow the butterflies. Who gives you butterflies? Who, when you look at this card, is that you, or is that the completion of the cycle that means you can finally have what you walked away from to make them complete? You left them. This is the butterfly. Follow the butterfly and the Fool. Remember he was looking at the Fool and laughing that she'd metamorphosized. Maybe she's metamorphosized into this Earth Mother. She's comfortable in her skin. She's stunning. She's a goddess. She is the goddess. And they finally turned into what you wanted. You walked away to create that. And they're ready for you. They have open arms and they are ready for you. They are going to hide nothing from you. You're going to be so comfortable together. It's like one of you shits on the toilet and the other one's in the shower. You know, it's that sort of comfortable in their own skin. They can share everything with you. They're open, they're honest. If it wasn't honest before, it is now. They've grown. They have scars. They're not where they thought they were going to be, but that doesn't matter because that's the journey they've been on, and you've been on a journey too, and I don't know what your journey is, Sag. But this reading wasn't meant for you. But it was meant for you. It was meant for you to get what you needed to know about this person, and this has been sitting for the last couple of months in these readings. That this person, just reach out to them. Yes, there's a third person. I'm getting the third person because of the Pentacles. Whether that's you or them. But you work together. Look at that beautiful jewellery. When that's entwined, you have a beautiful foundation together. And these have come up together again. Strength and the Eight of Cups. You have a beautiful foundation and you had the strength to walk away. You had the strength to walk away for the right reasons. Nine of Wands, look at that. Phoenix from the flames. a final flurry. Born from the ashes. You were all over. You cut it all cold and bang. This passionate fire that rises from you. Are fire, Sag. So you just need to fight from the ashes. Rise from the ashes. Declare. Go for what it is. You walked away. You have this past together. You built the foundations. That was beautiful. What you have is beautiful. It took strength to walk away, to look. Now is the time to follow your passion. That Ace of Wands energy. Rise from the flames. And you know what? You know what you wish to have with them? The Empress, or that growth and energy. King of Pentacles. All about family. All about home. Comfortable home. Comfortable family. Grow old and watch your grandkids together. You're going to have grandkids together. You're going to have grandkids together and you're going to grow old. It's not too late. You still have time. You're going to grow old together. I don't need to shuffle these because that's done. That's the read done, I think. Sag, balance. Alchemy. It's time to balance it up. It's time for you to temper each other. If you're fire and they're water, it's time to balance how that's going to work together. If they're a Cancer or a Pisces or a Scorpio, how's that going to balance? How are you going to make that? Because yes, they say that water puts fire out. If you balance it properly, you can make steam. You know, plumbers work with fire and water all the time. You know, boilers, they provide heat and warmth in the home. A warm shower to cleanse. Warm water, heat, home, keeping a comfortable warm home. Balancing emotions and passion. This looks very much like that Page of Cups. And like Sag finally came along and gave her the other cup. And now she's merging and tempering their energy. There's a dragonfly. Three dragonflies. You're flying together, and maybe there's a third person to come flying with you. Maybe you mix it, you go to her, you go to your water sign, you balance each other beautifully. And then there's you and her flying together, or him flying together. This little third dragonfly. Maybe there's a child on the horizon, like that Seven of Pentacles. And also Temperance is Sagittarius, so maybe this card's trying to tell you you need to balance it up with that Page of Cups. Temperance is Sagittarius. Sag, I hope that reading has given you what you needed to hear. Sorry I blubbed. It seems to be a night for me to blub tonight, but that was the ultimate sacrifice emotionally that you gave that person. It took you a lot to walk away. For that, it is honourable. Please do not punish yourself for that. And I believe that they don't actually see you walking away as cruel. I see that they understand why you did what you did, and also that it came from a place of love and it was for their greater good, but they are just frozen in their power, waiting for you to set them free. Be the phoenix, reignite that fire that you both have for each other. It's passionate in every sense of the word. It's passionate as in physically amazing. Probably you've never had anything like each other since or whatever. You're passionate about each other, driving each other, fueling each other. She can balance your emotions while you stop it being so red. I get that she's creative and you can be quite fiery, and that can be magical. It can be quite an artistic blend to have with each other. It's beautiful. I'm jealous, Sag. Wish somebody loved me like you love them for their own good. So I hope that's brought you everything you need, Sag. Everything you need to hear, or cross-watcher. If you are that Page of Cups that was broken, you are loved. But you, Sag, you need to act, because this is a potential for a missed opportunity if you don't take it. So between the 15th of November and the 30th of November, if this is for you, you really need to contact that person and just build that bridge again. She's not this person anymore. She's not that crazy banshee anymore. She wants to put down the arms and stop the fighting with you. Even though she doesn't know why you walked away, and you just need to stop struggling. These cards keep repeating. Anyway, I hope you take what you need from that. I'm struggling to speak now. Belch up that love. It's beautiful, Sag, and that's true love. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've got everything you need from it. Love and light to you. Blessings. I'll see you soon.